even though we are not actually halfway through the year for crying out loud, I thought that it would be important to bring up the fact that there is so much more stuff to this year that I'm going to be making and showcasing, talking about, and I think it's important for me to go down that and all because plenty of other channels often announce what they're doing at the very beginning of the year or right before the year begins for crying out loud. As for me, I didn't do that. So I wanted to showcase what'll be going on for the most part for the rest of this year, channel-wise that is. But before we start getting into that, I need to bring up some other topics real quickly. First of all, somewhere around June 25th of this month, of this year, me and my parents are going to be heading out on our summer trip, like we usually do around this time of year. So it's kind of normal and all, but just keep that in mind if you don't already know about that. And instead of us just simply going over to Montana, seeing the haydos like last time and all, or even better, doing what we did in 2019, going to my Aunt Therese in California and also Washington, Seattle, or Seattle, Washington right above as well. Instead, we were going to be going to Montana only, but now, because of change of plans, because I believe Alan's relative is giving away her car to him, and Alan lives here with us, or, in our area, of course. So we're going to be heading down to Arizona to pick up the car from there on a sort of dolly and hitch it up to the back of our camper on the truck of ours and tow it all the way up to Montana, and we'll have our fun up there and then head back. So it's going to be pretty much of a driving trip, I must say. And we're going to be seeing a lot more stuff than usual, I think. So that'll be interesting. Who knows? Maybe we'll be doing some fun stuff down there. And of course, I'll be doing diecast hunting along the way. I remember last time I was in the Las Vegas, Arizona, New Mexico area, I would be getting tons of cars and stuff like that, but that could be saved for another time. And the other thing is that you guys probably have heard about photos soon paying a fee, and I was really concerned and worried about this. I was scared. I was like ready to make a video of me over John Sharon's face and all with him saying, "Fuck you!" and his parrot being dubbed Throttleman towards photos, of course. But no, if all of the stuff that you already had and all, that's not being like counted or whatever. Like if you have so much stuff on it, they're going to start paying a fee or whatever. All the previous stuff that's currently on photos, don't have to worry about that. That's good and secure. You don't have to pay for it. But you have 15 gigabytes of storage space for any new stuff from like that point on or whatever, and that time has already passed, I believe. And everything seems fine and all. And if we do need to get more storage, of course, then we can just simply like pay a little bit of time, just a little bit more money afterwards and all. That's pretty easy, so I don't have to be worried about it. I no longer have to keep concerning myself over technology problems. I've had enough of that this year, I feel like. Speaking of technology, the last and possibly most important thing, other than the summer trip, is what's going on with Minecraft. Earlier this year, it probably was a thing that was announced a long time ago. I don't keep up with Minecraft stuff and all. I just use Minecraft for building stuff, not for like keeping up with tons of updates, though I do updates so I can add more stuff to my maps. I don't keep up with like I don't know, Realms or Xbox Live or whatever crap. I don't even play with other people. I haven't done it in a long time, and I guess you have to have a Xbox Live account to do that, and I don't know if that's an app or an app, I don't know. And it costs money apparently. Really? Such complicated stuff. And yeah, currently the only like super strong, well working device that has Minecraft on it is this tablet. So I take very good care of it with all the stuff on it, one of which I'm going to bring up later on. But the problem is that Mojang has decided instead of having to constantly change things up and make different versions of each version of Minecraft or whatever for different apps for the updates and all, they're no longer supporting certain older devices, only newer ones. And sadly enough, my tablet here from 2014, which has stood the test of time for so unbelievably long now, is no longer going to be supported. Or maybe already has stopped getting support and all. Thankfully, stuff is still being secured and stored and safe and everything, but I can't get any more updates onto the tablet, so it's a darn shame. But who knows, the tablet I'm recording with, which I'm using my mom's SD card for the sake of it, hopefully soon I'll get a new SD card and all. I should hopefully do that before my summer trip. Yeah, I think I'm going to put Minecraft onto this tablet and use my phone, oh, oops, spoiler alert, to record videos and stuff like that, and editing and other stuff can be on there, perhaps. So yeah, I don't think I have to worry about this too much and all. I just simply have to, like, sooner or later make sure I have the phone or whatever I'm going to bring up and have an SD card and make sure to move all the tablets Minecraft stuff or whatever from that onto this tablet, and that's kind of complicated, but it's not too hard. I've done stuff like it kind of before. It's a whole can of worms for another time. But before we get into the announcements, I am going to most likely get a new phone. We have some relatives in Arizona, along with the haters, but they're going up with us to Montana, of course. And he has a phone that is somewhat recent. It's older than my mom's phone, which is from late 2018. And it has 32 gigabytes, the same amount as my current tablet right here. And yeah, it seems to be working fine. And he wouldn't give it to me if it was like mediocre, like, I don't know, kind of in bad condition, like all of the rest of these. Yeesh. But yeah, so that's really good news. Finally a phone, and my mom is relieved because I can finally call her if I'm like in need of help getting picked up at school or something like that. Whew. A lot of stuff is happening. It's very progressive. I just need an SD card just to make sure that everything else is fine. I don't need to clog up videos and pictures I need as resources onto my tablet. That should be for an SD card. My mom has an SD card, and I'm not taking that thing with the little pick right here out of it and constantly just for the sake of moving a few videos between devices, and thus sacrificing other ones on the other big SD card I can't really use very much because it's filled up with downloaded videos. See what I mean? All this complicated stuff, and so much of it can be solved with an SD card. But there's a new phone coming, and I currently have an SD card that's in my tablet that I record, or that I have downloaded videos for. I don't really have recording space on it, but with this new phone, there's a high chance that he'll have an SD card already for me, or he can get me one. Who knows? Maybe my parents will say, okay, we'll get you one now that you have a new device. So that's relieving. Phew, so many problems will be fine. And now, this leads into what I'm about to talk about. Now with the new SD card, so many things can be made, so many projects can be finished, so many ideas can be submitted to the world, all thanks to a little SD card. This is the one with the downloaded videos, and the big recording one from my mom's phone is in here, okay? I don't want to confuse you guys. Now, let's get into the meat of this video. There is a lot to talk about, kind of, but let's make it kind of short. All the things that are coming in 2021, the stuff you can expect to see. Salutes. Obviously, people really enjoy these, whether it be historic travels to Mr. Ryan or fellow Cars community members like Dalek, Misty, or Lucas. And I've definitely opened up my horizons, and there's plenty more channels I want to talk about. People enjoy and agree with a lot of these videos, so I'm really happy about that. And these are kind of a given that they'll come back. And if salutes are coming back, then of course, rants. Obviously, rants are coming back. It'd be a sin for me to not bring them back. Rants are kind of a staple of my channel, just like salutes are. And there are still tons more topics that I would like to talk about. A lot of which I couldn't really fully do in the perfect way I could because of storage problems. The Supreme video. So yeah, you can obviously expect to see plenty more of those. Skits and memes. These are, again, obviously a given. People love watching these. I usually enjoy making them, even if they can be stressful to make. Obviously, there could be a lot of limitations, though thankfully I don't have to worry about storage space with skits as much as I do with editing large videos, like salutes, rants, hunts, etc., which could be a real problem at times. But it is good for making the skits, at least. Even the Veruca Salt stuff, for Mater with Lightning Bolt, I didn't really have to deal with storage problems that much at all, which is good. The only problem was the actual editing app had so much stuff on it with all the pictures in that one video that it kept getting laggy and having glitches that I had to make a whole other video on top of that and work with the rest. Oh, complicated stuff. And of course, ranking lists. I'm often given suggestions for ranking things, and a lot of the topics that I've talked about so far, pretty much all of them, Rogue Robots, Thunder Hollow Racers, etc. I can't really think of too much else I could really rank, but if you have any ideas, or if I come up with something and all, I will most likely make a video on it. So yeah, you can expect to see a lot more of those, and I know how much a lot of you really love them. Night of the Museum in Minecraft. This is something I've alluded to before, and I've worked hard on it so far. I've kind of zoned out of it, because my focus was strayed a lot on car stuff, and then Rogue Robot stuff, and all of a sudden something else. Oh yeah, Jurassic Park stuff recently. So I've just kind of been out of the loop with Night of the Museum stuff recently. That's the thing about the stuff I love, is that it kind of holds attention, then it goes to another thing, and so on and so forth, until it finally circles back to that. But if there's like an announcement or something I want to make, the attention will still be given to it, just not the full thing, which is why I don't have motivation to make a lot of stuff. That's why I haven't had motivation to make my Mike TV Jackson Storm video. And yeah, thanks to me watching a really great two-parter video series that isn't from Cinema Wins, but a different channel. It's called Everything Great About Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You desperately need to watch these videos. I am so thankful for them. You may be able to find me in the comments. Speaking of which, the Jackson Storm in a Nutshell, the musical video. Obviously, this is a big given. This is one of the things that people are actively anticipating, and I'm very happy and proud about that. And no, I haven't really been doing much work of it at all, unfortunately, so it will take a bit of time. But unlike the previous ones, especially the last one, this one won't take nearly as much time. It's more so just a few characters moving around on screen at once, really. It's not a huge crap ton of people, really. Only a few shots really like that, so it's not a lot of huge, complicated amounts of people screen, but still, I love the song, and I am going to really enjoy making this one. Announcements. Wait, what? Huh? These are kind of a given, obviously, and they're kind of unpredictable. Why again is this even a set? Fort videos. These ones aren't really as, talked about or watched as a lot of my other series, but I still really do enjoy making them. Toilet paper forts are a lot of fun to do and make, and it's always interesting to watch people make them. I recently watched a video from a really nice guy who's younger than me, and he made a great fort sometime earlier this year, and I left a comment on it. If you guys check out my Entertainment 4.0 playlist, you should be able to find it. So yeah, thanks to inspiration from IBP and More J Stew and other people, I really enjoy making fort videos, and you can expect to see more of them, if that's even anything interesting to you. Birthday videos. These are also kind of a given, as this has been a big plan I've made for 2021 to make birthday videos for nearly all the films and sometimes other stuff that I care about. What's that, you say? Didn't I used to make birthday videos for individuals? Yeah, no, I'm leaving that to everyone else. It's kind of stupid and pointless, and there's so many people in the Cars community, I can't make all of them in 1 year. It takes up too much space, and it really just takes up my entire weekly schedule and so much storage space, and it just kind of makes my YouTube channel look redundant. And doing this every single year for each person, almost, that's ridiculous. I'll leave it to smaller channels like Bubba or whoever to do that kind of stuff, if they even still do it. And yeah, I'm keeping those videos still up, of course, because they still are meaningful, but I'm making only movie and sometimes other stuff birthday videos. And people certainly enjoy the heck out of them, and so do I, because I get to talk about the things I care about so much and so adequately. And I soon hope to make better versions of them instead of just me talking to the camera with a really cool looking thumbnail or whatever. Expect higher quality versions of those hopefully sometime in the future, especially because we're getting into the meat and potatoes, the really good ones. So yeah, expect plenty more of those. Jurassic World Evolution 2 stuff. This one is more so simply an idea, not really something that is officially coming, because Jurassic World Evolution is a game that comes out on PC and stuff like Xbox or PlayStation or whatever. And yeah, I don't have a PlayStation or anything like that, and my PC is very slow and it's shared by my parents, but we only are like now using it. My parents haven't even used it once, actually, ever since we've been able to access it again. As for my friend Evan, he owns Jurassic World Evolution 1 and has a few story DLCs. Because of that, I don't think his parents would want to buy a secondary one, even though they do have a lot of money and stuff. But if they do, obviously I'm going to take full advantage of it and hopefully record some videos. And I don't have to hold up a humongous tablet while recording thanks to this new phone that's coming. Let's just hope it has a good camera and not a muffled microphone, unlike the previous phone of mine. Funerals. This won't be a trend, nor will it be something to be excited for, but if somebody important to me really passes away, or someone who means a lot to somebody else that I feel really sorry about, then I definitely will. Something like the death of Stan Lee or the death of Ray and Durrani's father, that stuff definitely deserves a video, and it shows tribute and politeness towards the people who've been lost. So yeah, these won't be very common, but if it does end up happening, then yeah, expect to see these. Diecast hunts. These are also kind of a given, just like the salutes and rants, because of the fact that they are very common. You can expect to see a lot more of them. People enjoy the heck out of them despite their commonness. And yeah, these are really obvious. I mean, what kind of year would it be for me if I didn't go diecast hunting and record videos for it? That'd be awful. Rogue Robot reviews. A certain group of people really enjoyed these, and I'm very glad about that. I love spreading light towards these guys and showcasing them to the rest of the world, and it feels really cool. And I have only scratched the surface with these guys, only covering a few robots so far. So yeah, tell me what robot you would like to see in the future if you're curious about that stuff. So you can definitely expect to see plenty more of where this came from. More of the Cars Community Adventures series. Oh boy, I have something very huge planned for this year. Maybe next year, who knows, we'll see. It kind of depends on time and resources, but a big thing is coming, and it may be the magnum opus of my channel. Something the size of Endgame, something with as much creator passion as Special Strike. You basically get what I'm going with. From where it's been building up, I think you know where it's going. So yeah, expect to see more episodes and you know what for this series. Favorite things list. This is possible. I did make a favorite games of all time list that currently is out of date because I either left some stuff off or I've discovered new games ever since then. So who knows, maybe I'll make a redone version of that. But I've been desperately wanting to make a top 100 or 50 or whatever favorite YouTube channels and favorite movies and stuff like that. So yeah, keep those in mind. That's also just a possibility, not exactly something guaranteed. LEGO Transformers showcases. This is something I've been really lacking in, is I've only made one video about this whole thing. Technically a few, because I made an announcement, a showcase of all of them at once, and all of that wasn't very in-depth. And also one episode on Demolisher. That's it. So expect to see more of these. I don't know why I've been procrastinating like hell on them. So yeah, expect to see more of those. Life experiences. These ones are not quite as common as they probably should be, but expect to see more topics covered in my life with these videos. It's been a little bit of time since I've made the last one, so expect to see more of these if you enjoy them. And finally, YouTube poops. These are some of the most viewed videos on my entire channel, one of two of which have gotten over 1,000 views for crying out loud. That's incredible. Some of them are more popular than others, but that's okay. My earliest one I still think is alright, to be honest, as it definitely had a lot of creative passion behind it, and it was so exciting to make. And I desperately want to make a few more, and I even have one in storage currently that I have not released yet. Let's be excited to see that eventually when it comes out. Whew! So yeah, there is a lot of stuff to unpack here. From salutes on new people, and maybe even redone salutes on old people, to Night Museum and Minecraft. Tons more stuff to see and do. So be excited for more stuff in the future. 2021 is looking to be a great year for my channel. The best of the best. Thanks to my higher intelligence level than my previous years, lots of friends, better technology, and also tons of video editing apps and thumbnail makers and everything like that, I truly feel like my channel is becoming a magnum opus. My channel has never been so big and exciting, and I cannot wait to continue it. And I just hope that you all stay for the journey as well. So thank you for all that you have done. Cannot wait for more stuff this year for my channel.